In this video, I'm going to show you the best export settings for broadcast in Adobe Premiere Pro. I'll guide you through using the correct frame rates and preparing your timeline audio. We'll also explore the most commonly used settings so you can deliver your video production to the TV station and get an A++ in broadcast quality control. Hi, this is Alex from MASV, the fastest file transfer solution for video professionals and filmmakers like you and me. Sign up for a free trial of MASV using the link in the description below for super fast file transfer of all your heavy video exports like your TV spot, shows, series, movies, etc. Alright, so you need to export your video for broadcast. First things first, let's cover some basics. We have SD, which stands for standard definition. SD usually has a resolution of 720 by 480 or lower, and a 4:3 aspect ratio. Then there is HD, which is high definition, with a resolution of 1280 by 720 or 1920 by 1080 at a 16:9 aspect ratio. And we also have UHD, which stands for ultra high definition, with a resolution of 3840 by 2160 or higher, and a 16:9 aspect ratio. There is NTSC, used in North America, and PAL, mostly used in Europe. These are traditional ways of transmitting SD audio and video using analog signals. Nowadays, broadcasting is transitioning to transmitting video using digital signals. That means ATSC in North America and DVB in Europe have become the standard for digital broadcasting to deliver HD and UHD content. Just keep in mind that broadcast standards vary from region to region and station to station, and each have their own specific requirements. I'm going to show you some of the best workflows and settings you can use that are most likely to get accepted when you deliver to broadcast stations. Remember, it's always best to confirm the specific delivery settings with the TV network or station, as different stations can sometimes support different formats, codecs, frame sizes, and frame rates. Okay, I have here my cuts that I want to export. If you're working with a 2398 frames per second footage and sequence, and the station is asking you for a 2997 frames per second interlace export, you will have to do a 3:2 pulldown. This means converting 2398 frames per second into a 2997 frames per second interlace video. This is a common standard frame rate for North America broadcasts. For PAL in Europe, it is 25 frames per second. To do this, you can start cutting directly in a 2997 frames per second sequence, or copy your 2398 frames per second edit into a 2997 frames per second sequence. But there is a chance that there would be problems with the cadence. You can do it in After Effects for better results and a foolproof workflow. Let's use this master export in 2398 frames per second lossless as an example. Create a composition by dragging it to this little icon. There. Now let's add it to the render queue. And in Output module, let's select the format. QuickTime will be best. Then let's go to Format Options. Here you can use the codecs Animation, ProRes HQ, or DNx HD. All of them are good, super high-res codecs. Let's use Animation for now, as it doesn't really have compression and works for this example. Keep in mind that this one will give you a massive file. And when you need to send massive files, use massive, remember that. Now let's go to Render Settings. In Frame Blending, it should be on for checked layers. Here in Field Render, make sure it is set to Upper Field first. Next, we go to 3:2 pulldown, where you can select any of them, but the best one is the last one. It gives you a nice cadence, but you can try exporting with the other ones to see which one you like best. Now you see here, After Effects already knows what we're trying to do and set up the frame rate that we wanted. Down here, make sure the start is at 0. Everything 0. Perfect. So click OK, and now you can render your clip. You will see while exporting those weird lines in your image. This means that it is working perfectly. Okay, that was a quick After Effects commercial. I should mention this only works for video. For sound, you will have to sync it after in Premiere. I have imported the pull-down file we did in After Effects. I'm going to drag it to the sequence icon so it creates a sequence with the clip settings. Now here is an exported WAV audio file of my main audio, which I exported from the 2397 frames per second main sequence. Line them up and they should match there. Speaking of audio, most networks will ask you for a multi-channel audio format, so you need to set that up as well. Let's create a new sequence to prepare the general timeline for export. In this new window, go to the Tracks tab. And here in the drop-down menu, choose Multi-Channel. Next to it, let's select 8 channels. I'm going to click on the plus button here to create 8 new tracks. And all of them should be mono. I'm also going to click here on this icon where it says Output Assignment to route our audio correctly. Track A1 and A2 are okay with 1 and 2. Then on the tracks A3 and A4, we are going to select 3 and 4. Tracks A5 and A6 will be 5 and 6. And tracks A7 and A8 will be 7 and 8. You can also do this in the mixer if you forget to do it here or you need to change it later. For your main audio, if it's in stereo, you will need to convert it to dual mono files, which you can do in Premiere by right-clicking on your audio in the project window. Select Modify, then Audio Channels. Change the clip channel format to mono and type 2 in the number of audio clips. Click OK, and then when you drag your audio to a new sequence, you will have your 2 mono files. Or you can do it super quickly in Adobe Audition as well. Here is my stereo file. I'm going to right-click on it and select Extract Channels to Mono Files. You will see 2 files appear, one with the L at the end for left and another one with R for right. Double-click on one, then we will go to File, Export, File. Here, make sure the file is in WAV PCN format, and the sample type should be mono, with a bit depth of 24. Do the same thing with the other clip, and there you go! Now go back to Premiere. Add the left channel audio clip to A1 and A7 track, and the right channel audio clip to A2 and A8, so they are in the first and last tracks. The rest can be empty. But again, it's best to follow the specifications set up by the station that you're delivering to. Another thing that you want to do is make sure your highlights and shadows don't go over or under. And you can make sure of that by checking your scopes. Nothing should cross 100 or 0. Also, don't forget to turn on the safe margins to make sure there won't be any cropping. Titles and people should be inside the inner rectangle, everything else inside the outer rectangle. Okay, now that everything seems good, I'm going to make sure there's nothing in my timeline. It's better if I can put in and out points to make sure I'm just exporting my video without any blacks or any extra wild clips laying around. I can also assure the final length of the video. Let's go to the Export tab. Here we will select the lossless format MXF OPIA or OP1A, whatever. This one is pretty standard. Then we will select the video codec XDCAM HD 50 NTSC 422. If you need to export for PAL, there is that one too. Select the resolution you were asked for though. You can see here we can select the frame rate. For NTSC, can be 23.97 or 29.97 frames per second. In fill order, select upper first if you were asked for an interlace export. If not, progressive. Aspect ratio, square pixels, yes, perfect. In audio, make sure the 8 channels option is chosen. And 24 bits, perfect. And in captions, if you have them, in export option, choose to embed them. This will not burn them into the video, but whoever is watching can turn them on and off. Other high-res formats and codecs that are usually pretty standard for broadcast delivery are QuickTime, Apple ProRes 422 HQ, Apple ProRes 444, that is mostly used for HDR or alpha channels, DNX HR, DNX HD, GoPro Cineform, and MPEG 2. Of course, confirm these specs are accepted by the network. Remember to use MASV to transfer your deliverables or receive files to work in more TV productions. You can automate MASV to get large media securely with team portals. Or use growing files, which allows you to quickly send fresh files from the field, like a live broadcast, for example. If you learned something new today, hit the thumbs up to support the channel. And consider subscribing if you want more tips on ways to improve your professional media workflow. I'll leave you now with this video over here for you to enjoy until we see each other next time. Bye-bye!